Hey, hi everyone, welcome back. So guys, as part of this session, I'm gonna show you about how exactly we can do a parallel execution, guys. So what exactly the parallel execution means? Execute multiple scripts at a time so that in order to save the execution time. So one thumb rule that we need to consider before jumping onto the parallel execution is all your tests should be in an independent mode. One test shouldn't depend on any other test. So in such a way, you need to create your test. If your one test is depending on another test, there is no point of creating this parallel execution. Right. So all the tests should be in an independent nature. Okay. All the tests should be in an independent nature. To understand this concept in a better way, I'm just going to my Playwright configuration file. As part of this particular Playwright configuration file, what I'm gonna do right now here is within this Playwright configuration file, earlier this is pointing to the testing directory is pointing to the test. Now I just updated it to test examples. And what I have done is, as part of the test examples, I just copy pasted these three programs, whichever we have created. So, handling of some scenarios like handling of a text fields, opening a source demo application, all these are the three different programs I copied and I pasted in this test examples directory. And whatever the default program is there, I completely commented out. So the only thing that I have done right now is as part of the test examples, I have created or I can say I just copy pasted these three different programs here to see how they are executing in parallel. And if you look at this handling of a text fields file, so this file is having a three tests. Okay, this file is having a three tests. The launch app is having a one test, and the source demo is having a one test. So altogether, 3 plus 1 plus 1 total 5 tests are there. So what I'm gonna do right now here is fully parallel equal to false. So whenever fully parallel is equal to true, what it's gonna happen means within a spec file, how many tests are there? All those tests will be executed in parallel along with all the spec files. So all these three files will be executed in a parallel. If any file contains another multiple test, all those will be executed in a parallel. That's what the significance of fully parallel. So as of now, I'm keeping it as a false. And this workers, we have seen that the significance of the workers as part of this configuration file in the previous session. Now I am marking it to this as a 5. Okay, I'm just marking it as a 5. That's it, guys. So what I have done right now, I marked these workers as a 5 and this testing directory as an examples, and the third one is I created a couple of examples here for my execution. That's it. Now what I'm gonna do right now is let me run my Playwright test on this Chromium project. Whenever I am trying to execute this, basically, see here, 5 tests it's executing and it uses only the three workers and it took 2.2 seconds to complete the execution. Okay, how much seconds it took? It took 2.2 seconds. And now what I am doing here is fully parallel is equal to true. I'm just saving this fully parallel is equal to true and let me rerun the same program. Okay, see here, this time it launched 5 workers and it took a 1.9 seconds. See, as this is a basic programs, it's not taking much time, but ideally whenever you are running on a multiple devices, multiple programs, right, which has a lengthier logics, this execution time will vary. But here in this situation, you are observing a minute, very small difference of time here. Okay, perfectly all right. So the ultimate point that we need to consider here is this workers, depending on that, automatically it's triggering. So here I can also define as a undefined. I can just leave it as an undefined so that my playwright will pick the workers dynamically and it will perform the operations. So this time it took a 4 workers, and when I run for the next time again it took a 4 workers. It depends basically. So undefined means depending on the spec files and all those things, right? The test, the playwright will automatically decide, and a maximum it will go for a 5 itself. Okay, and a maximum it will go for a 5 itself. Perfect. So this is the way how exactly you can configure the parallel execution. Three steps, guys, I'm reiterating. So this fully parallel is equal to true or a false. That's up to you. The workers maximum, you can define it as a 5. And here in the test examples, put all your tests and directly run your program so that automatically it will be executing the content in parallel. Okay, perfectly all right. Let's continue this topic in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.